artist was the opening act for American rapper Eminem, who was in the country last month. Timi Sidumedi had a chat to Jack Parow about this and a range of other issues. Take a look at this insert.
Zander Tyler, it's always interesting to figure out how artists came up with their stage monikers. How did Jack Parow happen?
I was watching one night, we came back from a party and we were watching Pirates of the Caribbean. I was like, who's Jack Sparrow, the Pirate of the Caribbean? I'm Jack Parow, the Pirate of the Caravan Park. Yeah, so that's pretty much where it comes from.
Is that name working for you? In hindsight, could you have chosen a better name?
No, I love it. I think it seems to be like a catchy and people seem to remember it. Even though they keep spelling it with two R's, which is the only problem because obviously Jack Sparrow is spelled with two R's and Jack Parow is obviously also a play on Parow where I was born, which is a suburb in Cape Town, so that's kind of like that's the only problem.
So how does it feel to be part of an ever-growing industry in such a diverse country and still be considered a pioneer?
Yes, so well, thank you for saying that. It's fun. I mean, South Africa is, I think, such a talented. There's so many talented musicians, and I think it's really it's an amazing industry to be in such a growing industry and be part of it and kind of be representing it and traveling and getting to see the whole of South Africa and kind of just. Yeah, in an attempt to obviously grow the industry more and more and more, and I think it is growing at a tremendous rate, and people are actually being able to sustain themselves and make a living out of music. Where in the old days, amazing musicians existed, but they couldn't do it for a living unless they were like making no money around it. So I mean, I think that's the great thing. Like we're obviously not even close to what other countries are doing on like supporting musicians, but we're growing piece by piece and punting it as much as we can and trying to get everyone to kind of get to a level where we can really do it as a living and kind of make music as a living.
You mentioned something very interesting, CD sales dropping, which affects the dynamics of the industry. But I'm always interested to find out from an artist, what's more important to them? Would you rather have 1 million of us playing your songs and singing along to them, even if we got them shady, or would you rather have 10 people who got them the right way playing and singing along?
Well, I think it's definitely about getting the music out there. I think it's very important. But on the other side of the coin is, it is also about, like any job, if you're working at anywhere, if you're CEO of a company and your company's making R1 a year, then your company's not going to exist anymore. And I think that's the kind of two sides of the coin. It's like, I'm cool, I want everyone to be able to listen to my music and get it in any way they can, if they get it in a shady way or in a normal way. And then hopefully they come to, and that's the other side, then they come to the shows hopefully, and then support through that. So I think that's the important thing. If you're getting music of an artist and you getting it in a shady way, at least support by going and showing the love at shows and at things like that, because that's how it's changed. Where in the old days people would sell millions of records and that would be a big chunk of their money. These days, live performance is pretty much where it's at, and where you make your money is from live performances.
So let's take it back to when you started. Here's a young man who wants to explore a genre that's misunderstood by many in a language that's never been tested with this genre. What exactly were you thinking of when you started your Afrikaans rap?
I rapped in English at first, like most people, because that's what I heard from the music I listened to. And then I was actually in a crew with these, my first like rap crew with these, like when I was young, and there's like these kids and we wanted to make this song where they are like, because it was me and then a guy called Isaac Newton and a guy called Scallywag and Chronic X. So there was like these three, like, so I was the only white one in the crew, and then we wanted to think where they like hobos and I'm like this boer like coming and I'm talking like, so I was like, okay, cool, but then I have to write in Afrikaans because I can't be a boer and rap in English. Yeah. And then it came so lucky and it was just so fun writing in my own language. So it kind of happened by mistake in a way. It kind of happened like in that way where I was just like doing it for a joke, and then it was so much fun that I just kept doing it the whole time, and then I kind of switched over to completely like writing only mostly in Afrikaans. Yeah, so I think it was something for the fun, and I'm privileged enough now to be able to do it for a living. Yeah.
Did you anticipate to get the amount of black support that you're getting?
Not at all. I mean, I mean, like to me, I come from. It's actually strange because I come from rapping in like places like Mitchell's Plain and in Cape Town in the more like rural areas and stuff, and even Belleville and stuff is very coloured and black and stuff. So I come from rapping in those circles. So for me, I never grew up thinking, oh, I need black support, or I'm gonna have white support, I'm gonna have coloured support, whatever support, Indian support, Chinese support, whatever support I'm gonna get. It was never for me really about that, because from the start I was kind of involved in those circles already. But I mean, I'm so thankful for it, because obviously rapping in Afrikaans, which a lot of people don't understand, it's really humbling, and it kind of makes me like, it just makes me see that, because there was so much like stigma and bad vibes on Afrikaans for many years, with good reason from the past of South Africa.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I'm just glad that I can show people that a language isn't responsible for anything.